All right, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rachakwadash, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of your elect. Hey, Shalom. And this here speaking, Salakia. It's weird. This here speaking, just gonna be going into these different groups, these different camps, whatever, like IUIC, the former members of Sakari, all these that make their boast in keeping the law, which if you have any understanding, any knowledge that hey, if you could keep all the laws perfectly, you wouldn't need Yahushai. There wouldn't be any need to call on the Heavenly Father's Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, to call on Yahushai. You would keep the laws perfectly, which you know in these bodies you can't. It is impossible to keep these laws in these bodies. And this is Romans chapter 2 and verse 23. Thou that makest thy boast of the law, through breaking the law dishonorest thou God. So you make your boast through the law. You make your law. Make your boast by saying, "Hey, we keep the laws. We can keep them. This and that." But you can't. But you're dishonoring the Most High by doing this. By not admitting that you're in these filthy bodies, these wretched bodies that can't keep these laws. You can keep some of them, and from what I learned from the apostles and elders of GMS and on down, is that you try to keep these laws to the best of your ability. You can't keep all of them. You're going to constantly go off. You're going to touch something unclean without knowing it. You're gonna go off. Again, Romans chapter 2 and verse 23, thou that makest thy boast of the law, through breaking the law, dishonorest thou the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. For the name of Yahweh is blasphemed among the Gentiles through you, as it is written. For circumcision verily profiteth, if thou keep the law. So yeah, circumcision, these things, these are good if you keep the law. But if thou be a breaker of the law, thy circumcision is made uncircumcision. So if you break the law, you're like a heathen. So and in these bodies that it is impossible to keep these laws if you're honest with yourself. Because if you were able to keep these laws, why couldn't our forefathers keep them? Are we any better than them? Because they went through the same things. They had to go through the same things, and we're here because of our forefathers, because of what we did in the past, because of our actions in the past. This is how we're up to this point. And besides that, this entire thing was written so that we would need to call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, so that we would need Yahushai. So if we were able to keep these laws, Yahushai just died in vain. He sacrificed himself for Israel for no reason, because you can keep the laws. This is James chapter 2 and verse 10. For whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. So in one point, if you just commit, just going off on one thing, one little thing that you didn't think it was any kind of significance, you didn't even think about it. You went off on that one point. Now you're a transgressor of the whole law. James chapter 2 and verse 10, for whosoever shall keep the whole law and yet offend in one point, he is guilty of all. For he that said, do not commit adultery, said also, do not kill. Now if thou commit no adultery, yet if thou kill, thou art become a transgressor of the law. So if you like you're saying, if you go off on one point, you transgress the whole law, the entire thing. And the laws were just to reiterate, the laws weren't given to every nation. The laws were given to Israel. So Israel was given these laws. Israel would face the consequences, which were under these curses. The curses are a sign. Us still being under these curses are a sign that we can't keep the law. This is Psalms 147 and 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So just showing that these laws, statutes, judgments, all these were given to Israel for us to keep them, for us to do them, for us to live in them, but we couldn't do it. So Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai sent his son Yahushai to redeem us, not only from our enemies, but from death, from the curse of the law. Because without Yahushua, we would be perpetually in these curses, perpetual. We'll never go back home. It would never be perfect. This is 1 John chapter 3 and verse 4. Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. So let me get this word for transgressive. G4160.AO, and it says to make, let's see here. Basically, to go against the law. Oh, here we go. The other one. For transgression of the law. So this is G458, anomia. And it says violation of law, wickedness, the condition of without law, because ignorant of it, because of violating it. So contempt of the law and violation of the law, iniquity, wickedness. So you're in violation. You're in contempt of the law. Whether it be out of ignorance, not knowing, because we've been scattered, we've lost our heritage, we forgot everything. We've forgotten everything. We forgot these laws. And just because we forgot them doesn't mean that we're still not under these laws. Because our forefathers made an oath, and that oath went from our forefathers and all the way down to us. So this is Romans 6 and 23. For the wages of sin is death, but the gift of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, is eternal life through Yahushai Mashiach, our Lord. So the wages of sin, what's your payment for sinning? Is death. And knowing we're in these bodies, we're in a perpetual state of sinning. Hey, our payment is death. But Yahushai redeemed us from this. This is Isaiah 64 and verse 6. But we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags. And we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. So it doesn't matter how many laws you can keep and all that. Because your righteousness is as filthy rags. If you can keep all the laws and still that righteousness that you have is a filthy rag. It's nothing compared to what we're going to receive. And it's really nothing because everything is defiled here. You're constantly going off here without even realizing it. So, hey, be honest with yourself. You know, the air you breathe is polluted. The food you eat is polluted. The water you drink is polluted. The places where you sit are polluted. And you have women on their monthly, on their rags, sitting in these different places, touching these different things. Different men with diseases. And all these things touching these different things. All these things are polluted. The minds of the people are polluted. This place is polluted. Isaiah 64:6, but we are all as an unclean thing, and all our righteousnesses are as filthy rags, and we all do fade as a leaf, and our iniquities, like the wind, have taken us away. So again, our righteousness is as filthy rags, and our iniquities are what have brought us up to this point, to the point that we were like dead men. To the point we were dead. We had no idea who we were as a people, no idea where we came from, no idea of our heritage. To this point where, hey, we heard the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and we were woken up. And now we look and see, we understand this truth. We understand what's going on. We understand that we can't keep these laws, statutes, and commandments perfectly like we would want to. Just can't do it. Which is why, hey, we need Yahushai. And when Yahushai returns and gathers his elect, it's going to be a different story. But the elect are gonna believe in Yahushua. They're gonna believe that he's the one that can save them from their sins and transgressions. He's the one that can redeem them. That's why his name is Yahushua. He saves, he delivers. This is Ezekiel 36:25. Then will I sprinkle clean. You know what? Hold on. Let me start up a little bit. This is Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 22. Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, I do not this for your sakes, O house of Israel, but for mine holy name's sake, which ye have profaned among the heathen, whither ye went. So the name of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, is constantly being profaned amongst all these different heathens. Here it is, we're supposed to be a holy nation, but we're scattered amongst these people. Why? Because of our iniquities. We're polluting his name. We're not calling on his name. We're not acting like his people. Verse 23, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen. Which, his name, let's see, sanctified, Wadash, to make holy. To make it separate, to make it sacred. Yeah, the name Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai is a sacred name. It's dreadful to the heathen, and it's wonderful. It's great to the Israelites. But hey, you see the men of the Lord, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, waking up today and calling on the names Yahweh, Yahushai, sanctifying the name, making it sacred again, letting the name be known that this is the name of the Holy Father. This is the name who the world inwardly calls God. His name is Yahweh. He exists. This is a sacred name. This is a holy name. Verse 23, Ezekiel 36 and 23 again, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, saith the Lord Yahweh, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. And was that in Ezekiel? No, not Ezekiel. In Zechariah 13, let me get that real quick. This is Zechariah 13 and verse 9. I'm just going to get straight to the point. And I will bring the third part through the fire, the elect, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. And they shall call on my name, and I will hear them. And I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is my power. So in that day, the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to be sanctified amongst his elect. They're going to call on Yahweh's name, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and he's going to hear them. But showing you that name is going to be sanctified, to be holy again, to be sacred. Because the elect aren't going to call on any other names, any other gods. They're only going to call on Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Ezekiel 36 and 24, for I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries and will bring you into your own land. So we're going to be brought back home, brought back by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's hand. Not by our own hand, not through keeping the law, but through Yahushai saving us. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. Then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you. So we're going to be clean. We're going to receive new bodies. All our wickedness, all our iniquities are going to be blotted out. Because even if you keep the laws, you have some that you sacrifice animals to. That you would sacrifice animals to atone for those. But you have many other laws that there is no sacrifice. The only thing that you could do is die. Because that's the judgment for it. There's no sacrifice for adultery. There's no sacrifice for being a Mo. The only judgment is death. Ezekiel 36 and verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you, and I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. So we're going to receive new minds. We're not going to have these kind of minds that we have now, to where these are hard-headed minds. You know, you're constantly doing things that you don't want to do. You know, no Israelite in their right mind wants to go off. But you're in this flesh. So we're going to receive new bodies, a new mind. Ezekiel 36 and 27, and I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and ye shall keep my judgments and do them. So Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to put his spirit in us. We're going to be reprogrammed to keep Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's laws, statutes, and commandments, to where we can't go off. So if we're gonna receive the laws, statutes, and commandments to where we can't go off, what's the point in boasting of it now if you can keep all the statutes and commandments? If you can keep all the statutes and commandments now, why would they need to be put in you? Why would you need to be reprogrammed? Ezekiel 36 and verse 27, and I will put my spirit within you and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. So we're going to be made perfect. But here now today, you have many men that claim you can keep the laws. That if you can't keep the laws, you're not going to be saved. This is Galatians chapter 6 and verse 12. As many as desire to make a fair show in the flesh, they constrain you to be circumcised. So back in this time, which you can read about in Acts chapter 15, you had men that were going about, which I also have the that chapter pulled up, Lord will I can read it. But you had men back then going, hey, you had to keep the laws. If you're not circumcised, hey, you're not going to make it to the kingdom of heaven. If you're not keeping all the laws, you're not going to make it. Meanwhile, these are people that just woken up to their Israelite, that woken up to the fact that they're Israelites, just woken up to this, and you're putting a heavy burden on them. But they're only doing this for a show, to show their numbers, to boast. Galatians chapter 6 and verse 12, as many as desire to make a fair show in the flesh, they constrain you to be circumcised, only lest they should suffer persecution for the cross of Hamashiach. For neither they themselves who are circumcised keep the law. Remember I read that hey, if you break one law, you broke them all. And there's no way that you can keep all these laws. There's no way that you know that hey, something you touched or whatever wasn't touched by somebody that was unclean or a woman on their monthly. There's no way you can know that. Galatians 6 and 13, for neither they themselves who are circumcised keep the law, but desire to have you circumcised, that they may glory in your flesh. So this is just a show. They just want to glory in the people, in their numbers. But Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai forbid that I should glory, save in the cross of our Lord Yahushai Hamashiach, by whom the world is crucified unto me, and I unto the world. For in Hamashiach Yahushai neither circumcision availeth anything, nor uncircumcision, but a new creature. And that new creature is living by faith, by the faith of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, by believing in Yahushai. Does that mean you don't keep the laws, that you don't try to keep the laws? Does that mean you just continue living like a heathen? No. You still try to keep the laws to the best of your ability, but you start off small. Start off little by little. Perfect. Let me get to that. Acts. This is Acts chapter 15, and I'll start at verse 1. And certain men which came down from Judea taught the brethren and said, Except ye be circumcised after the manner of Moses, ye cannot be saved. When therefore Paul and Barnabas had no small dissension and disputation with them, they determined that Paul and Barnabas and certain other of them should go up to Jerusalem unto the apostles and elders about this question. So that brought up a huge strife. You know, here it is that you're telling people that just learn that they're Israelites, just coming back into the fold, that they need to keep all the laws. They need to do this. They need to do that. But here it is. They're just waking up. They're just learning. They're little children. That they're coming out of heathen customs. They're coming out of heathen lands. And it's a big burden. 613 laws. Just to drop on somebody. I know you just woke up to being an Israelite. Here you go. Here we go. I was jump down to verse 6. And the apostles and elders came together for to consider of this matter. And when there had been much disputing, Peter rose up and said unto them, Men and brethren, ye know how that a good while ago God made choice among us, that the Gentiles by my mouth should hear the word of the gospel and believe. And the Most High, which knoweth the hearts, bare them witness, giving them the Holy Spirit, even as he did unto us. And put no difference between us and them, purifying their hearts by faith. Now therefore, why tempt ye the Most High to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our forefathers, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear. So, hey, you're trying to put these different camps and all this. They're trying to put yokes on these newcomers that our forefathers, our fathers weren't able to bear because they went off. If they didn't go off, we wouldn't have been scattered. We wouldn't be under these curses if they didn't go off. But understanding that if we went off, this is what happened. Now you want to put them back into this, knowing that the only thing that's going to happen is they're going to go off again. Verse 10 again, Acts 15 and verse 10. Now therefore, why tempt ye the Most High to put a yoke upon the neck of the disciples, which neither our fathers nor we were able to bear? But we believe that through the grace of Yahweh but we believe that through the grace of the Lord Yahushua Hamashiach, we shall be saved, even as they. So you're saved through grace. You're saved through the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. And I'm going to jump down a little. This is Acts 15 and verse 19. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. So, hey, you don't want to. The sentence was not to trouble these newcomers. You put in a burden on them, put in a heavy yoke on them, that they have to learn all the laws, learn all the intricacies of these laws, all at once. Verse 20, but that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols, and from fornication, and from things strangled, and from blood. So, hey, put away the idols. Put away the little idols and all that stuff. Stop bowing down to these statues. Stop bowing down to these false gods. Hey, stop committing adultery. Don't commit adultery. And from all things strangled and from blood. Hey, cook your food all the way. Let the blood drain out. Don't eat your food medium rare or rare anymore. Eat it well done. And we start off from there. And you grow from there. That's it for now. But then, hey, you have men that say they keep all the laws, that they can keep the laws, you can keep your laws, this and that, whatever. But then you can have sex on the Sabbath. You can defile yourself on the Sabbath. You got to keep all the laws, but having sex on the Sabbath is okay. You can call the Lord any name you want to. The mark of the beast is sin. It's this and that. Meanwhile, they're going off left and right. Meanwhile, they're breaking the laws. And they're teaching other men to break the laws by saying stuff like that. Here, this is Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 16. And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the even. So give me 1 second. Let me see what it says in the NLT real quick. This is Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 16 in the NLT. Whenever a man has an emission of semen, he must bathe his entire body in water, and he will remain ceremonially unclean until the next evening. Any clothing or leather or semen on it must be washed in water, and it will remain unclean until the evening. After a man and a woman have sexual intercourse, they must each other bathe in water, So like they must each bathe in water, and they will remain unclean until the next evening. Whenever a woman, but that's it for that. So, hey, you having sex, you ejaculating, hey, that makes you unclean. You have to wash yourself. You can't go into the Sabbath, you know, being unclean. This is Exodus 20 and verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. So on the Sabbath, you have to keep the holy. Let's get this word for holy. This is H6942, Kodash, which what I read earlier, the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua being sanctified, to be made holy. It says to make clean ceremonially or morally, to appoint, bid, consecrate, dedicate, to be hallowed, to be holy, to be separate, to set apart. And you're supposed to set yourself apart for the Sabbath day. If you're having sex, and you're unclean. You're not holy on that day. You're not separate. This is Exodus chapter 32. I'm sorry, Slack 31 and verse 14, and this is in the NLT. You must keep the Sabbath day, for it is a holy day for you. Anyone who desecrates it must be put to death. Anyone who works on that day will be cut off from the community. And here, in Babylon the Great, the Sabbaths fall on the new moon, which the new moon declares what day of the week the Sabbath is going to be, I should say. So today, let's see, Saturday, Sunday is the Sabbath. If you have to work today, you're worthy of being put to death. So whatever job you work at, which a lot of these different groups, IUIC, they do it Friday, Saturday. That's not the true way. That's a convenient way. Keeping these laws, statutes, commandments, which is almost impossible to do. You keep the ones that you can do to the best of your ability. Keeping the Sabbath here, you're going to be breaking the law. But through the mercy of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, through him sending his son Yahushai, we understand that. Because every you're breaking the Sabbath. It's the Sabbath. It starts with new moon. You work today, you're breaking the Sabbath. You're worthy to be put to death just by that. Which I had another point, but it slipped my mind. Lord willing, will come back. But if you're working today, you're worthy to be put to death. You're doing anything today, you're worthy to be put to death. Doing any manner of work today, death. That's what you're worthy of. That's just one of the laws that you break. So imagine today, the Sabbath, you're worthy to be put to death, which, every month it changes. Also, that's the point. So every month, the new moon changes. So coming up, I think in either next week or 2 weeks from now, It's a new moon again. Let's see here. I'm sorry. September 2nd will be the new moon. So about 2 weeks from now. It'll be Monday, Tuesday. So whatever job you work at, you want to keep the Sabbath, you got to request 2 different days or one different day off every week, every month. You got to tell them, oh, I can't work that day. It's the Sabbath, whatever. And you got to go through all that stuff. Oh, what's it? And you got to tell them all this stuff when it's not convenient. It's not anything like they're not gonna believe you. Oh, you're Jewish. Oh, what's going on? You're a black Hebrew Israelite. It's gonna create more problems for you. So what you do in the situation, you acknowledge that Yahweh Shem Yahushai, I have to work this day. I know you know this. Please forgive me. And that's it. All you can do in these situations is ask for forgiveness. But one thing that you can't control, because we're in Babylon the Great, we're in the land of our enemies. We can't really control our work schedule unless you have your own business. And majority of Jake might not have their own business. But what you can control is whether or not you getting it in and having sex on the Sabbath, because that'll make you unclean. And I'll read that again. This is Exodus chapter 31 and verse 14. You must keep the Sabbath day, for it is a holy day for you. Anyone who desecrates it must be put to death. Anyone who works on that day will be cut off from the community. So, here, I'll read it again in the KJV. It says, "Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore, for it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. Whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people." So let's see. This word for defile, this is H2490, halal. It says to profane, defile, pollute, desecrate. To profane oneself, defile oneself, pollute, ritually and sexually. So you're sexually unclean. If you do this, let me go back to, oops. Oh, shit. This is Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 16. "And if any man's seed of copulation go out from him, then he shall wash all his flesh in water and be unclean until the even." So here we have H2930, tama'ah. It says to defile, to pollute, to make oneself unclean, to be unclean, to become impure, sexually, religiously, and ceremonially. To defiles oneself, to be defiled sexually, by idolatry, or ceremonially. But here we're doing sexually. So you're making yourself unclean sexually. So like the same thing, even though it's not the same word, it has the same meaning though. You're unclean on the Sabbath. You're purposely making yourself unclean. And these are the men that are telling you, these are the people that are telling you that you have to keep all the laws, that you keep all the laws. Meanwhile, they're telling you to go off. And this is what they're teaching you, but you have to be able to judge. You have to be able to discern these things. You have to be able to be. Oh. I hope I spelled it right. let's see. Oh, okay, okay. This is Acts chapter 17 and verse 10. And this is who, you know, if you're reading the scriptures, this is who you should try to model yourself, which the number one is Yahushua. Try to follow after Yahushua the best you can. But you have many different examples in the scriptures of model characters, you know, upstanding individuals that served Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. But this is Acts 17 and verse 10. And the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness of mind, and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. So the point being that these Israelites here that were in Berea, they didn't just take that word, whatever was told to them at face value and just believed it and started doing it. No, they took the word, they were ready to hear the word, willing to hear the word, and then they went and looked it up themselves. They went and did the research. So anything that was told to them, hey, they went in, oh yeah, okay, let me go look that up. Let me go make sure that's true. Let me go make sure that really says that. Let me make sure that's really what that's talking about. Let me make sure that, you know, I heard somebody saying that, yeah, you can get it on the Sabbath. Let me go make sure that's true. Oh, that's not true. Oh, that's a lie. What else should I be looking out for? But the point being is, hey, look up this information yourself. You had the books, you had the Blue Letter, you had the King James app, you had Bible Hub. You have different translations to go to. You know, a lot of these guys are very well spoken, you know, good at debating and all this stuff. But the word cuts through all that. The word cuts through all the BS debating. And here's another one. This is Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 19. Oops. Ye shall keep my statutes, and thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed, neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. And that the point being in the last part, wearing mixed garments. So, hey, these clothes that we're wearing, hey, these clothes are polyester, rayon, different mixtures of plastic, wool, all this stuff. We're wearing. It doesn't matter what clothes we got on. These clothes are defiled. These clothes are all mixed fabrics. So you're going off by doing that. You're going off on things that you can't control because, hey, who do you know that makes their own clothes? That goes and gets their own textiles, that has their own farm or whatever, or ranch or whatever you want to call it, where they can do all that stuff on their own plot of land. Nobody has that. All these clothes are mixed fabric, mixed with plastic, all kinds of abominable things. And no wonder, hey, these clothes being mixed fabrics and all that stuff, no wonder we're messed up all the time. Because of these things that we're wearing. These things don't keep us warm. These things don't keep us cool. These things mess up our energies. But the point being, hey, you see a lot of men that are saying keep the laws, keep the laws, keep the laws, but they don't realize how much they're going off. This is Leviticus chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make baldness upon their head, neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard, nor make any cutting in their flesh. So, hey, we're not supposed to shave our heads completely bald. Now, if you're losing your hair and your hair falls out and you go bald, that's different. You're not actually shaving your head. You know, you're losing hair around the front, up in here, getting that horseshoe, whatever, and that's different. You're not doing that to yourself. You're not putting a razor to your head and doing that. But hey, if you're getting lineups, getting super sharp, you know, edge ups and all this stuff, having a super sharp hairline, that's going off. Lining up your beard, going off. Shaving your beard off is going off. And of course, making cuttings in the flesh. Hey, having tattoos, but hey, that thing you can. Hey, most of Jake, they had tattoos before they learned about the truth. Before they knew that you weren't supposed to have tattoos. But hey, once you learn this truth, and then you get tattoos afterward, that's something different. Now you're going off. But before, hey, you didn't know. It doesn't make it okay, but hey, you just didn't know. So this is Sirach chapter 17 and verse 25. Return unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and forsake thy sins. Make thy prayer before his face and offend less. So hey, we're gonna make offenses. We're gonna offend. But day by day, the more we learn, hey, we're trying to do it less, becoming more and more aware. You know, we're trying to do this less and less. We're trying to do less offenses. Because hey, we don't know whether our sins are going to be forgiven or not, which we know ultimately they will be. But when Yahushua returns, hey, the ultimate goal is they make it upon that chariot. So you don't, hey, you're keeping the laws ain't gonna be your ticket to the chariot to get out of here. You know, your faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and whether he chooses you, whether you're of his elect, which hey, nobody knows. That's what's going to get you out of here. Whether you're of the elect. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3. In verse 13, this is 2 Timothy 3 and 13, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So you're going to see many evil men that look godly, that wear garments, whatever, that teach the Bible, whatever. But these are evil men that are using this word. Satan himself can disguise himself as an angel of light, even though what he was created to do was to be wicked. But again, 2 Timothy 3 and 13, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. So they're going to deceive many people. Many people are going to be led by the looks of men marching, by the look of a cool logo or whatever, by the looks of somebody that can speak and debate well, somebody that can speak proper, Many people are going to be deceived by that. This is Job chapter 12 and verse 16. With him is strength and wisdom. With who? Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. The deceived and the deceivers are his. So the deceived, those that are being deceived, those that are being misled, those that are being led by false prophets, those that are being misled, like I just said, and the deceiver are his. With him is strength and wisdom. The deceived and the deceiver are his. So those that are deceiving and being deceived, those are both in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai's power. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai set them up for that to happen. So they both can be judged. And this here is also in the law. This is Leviticus 19 and verse 14. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shalt fear thy power. I am Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And a lot of these people are here. A lot of these different groups are here to be stumbling blocks. They're here to lead away the deaf and the blind. The ones that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai doesn't want to wake up. The ones that he doesn't want. But at the same time, a deceiver, deceived, and the deceivers are his. They think they're doing something. They might think they're teaching the truth, the 100% truth, which a lot of these groups don't even believe in 100% truth. They don't think anybody can have the whole truth. But these people think they're set up to lead these people, to lead others. But meanwhile, they're blind themselves. This is Matthew chapter 15 and verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind, and if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. So many of these groups, their followers are blind, and so are they. And they're going to fall into a ditch. They don't know where they're going. They're headed to destruction. This is Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 9 in the NLT. It says, and he said, yes, go and say to this people, listen carefully, but do not understand. Watch closely, but learn nothing. Meaning, well, let me see. Let me get this in the KJV. This is Isaiah chapter 6 and 9. He said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. So you're blind and you're deaf. Make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. So these people are blinded and deaf. And unless Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai wants them to be healed, they're going to remain that way. Because these people, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, if he doesn't heal them and convert them, or convert them and heal them, and they're going to be destroyed. Verse 11, then said I, Lord, how long? And he answered, until the cities be wasted without inhabitant, and the houses be without man, and the land be utterly desolate. And Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai have removed men far away, and there be a great forsaking in the midst of the land. So, hey, this happened. This was the sacking of Jerusalem when Israel scattered. The rest of that was dwelling in Jerusalem when the Israelites scattered back then. And then today, till today, when this land is destroyed. Verse 13, but yet in it shall be a tent, and it shall return, and shall be eaten as a teil tree, and as an oak, whose substance is in them. When they cast their leaves, so the holy seed shall be the substance thereof. So, hey, there's going to be a remnant. While the majority of Israel is blinded and can't see where they're going or anything, and there's going to be a remnant. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 15. I have said before, and now do speak, and will speak it also hereafter, that there be many more of them which perish than of them which shall be saved. Like as a wave is greater than a drop. So many more Israelites are gonna die. Like a wave compared to a drop. Many more are gonna die compared to, how many are gonna be saved. Which makes this truth that much more precious. Which, knowing the truth, knowing that not everybody's going to be saved, that you can't keep the laws 100% in these bodies, and knowing all this, that's a lot to think about. Knowing that the majority of these people are going to die, and the majority of them are going off. The majority of them are blinded, that are deaf. They're not going to hear the words that you say. They'll hear the message. It's not for them. This is only for the elect. And that makes this truth, this knowledge that much more precious. That much more a thing worthy to guard. This is Jeremiah chapter 9 and verse 4. Take ye heed every one of his neighbor, and trust ye not in any brother, for every brother will utterly supplant, and every neighbor will walk with slanders. So, don't trust. You have to. These different groups, they have to be tried and vetted. You have to look at what they're saying, look at everything that they're doing. Just because they preach the word and all this stuff, and have and cursed out Edomites and all this stuff. What else are they doing? They're making the Lord's house a house of merchandise? Are they selling everything that's not nailed down? They offering offering a price to give you a Hebrew name. Do they call on the names of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai? Because a lot of these things that these people are trying to get rich, they're trying to make money. They see this as a new business opportunity. Which this is a business opportunity, but not in physical money. This is a business opportunity to build up faith, to store treasures in heaven. To Lord willing, get your seat out of this place. To have your name written in the heavens, written in the book of life. Not for anything here, because there's nothing here. There's no woman here. There's no money here. There's no life to build here. This place is already destroyed. Why would you want to stay here? Why would you want to keep the laws in this place? This place that's completely defiled. This is Romans chapter 3 and verse 31. Do we then make void the law through faith? Does our faith make void the law? Does us believing in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, believing that Yahushai is coming back to save us, believing that Yahushai died for the transgressions, for the sins of Israel, not for the whole world, but the world of Israel? Does that make the law void? Does the law no more? No. God forbid, yea, we establish the law. Hey, we keeping these laws through our faith. This is Galatians chapter 2 and 16, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahushua HaMashiach. So we're not justified by the laws or anything, but we're justified what we're justified in is by having faith in Yahushua. Even we have believed in Yahushua HaMashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified, because there's no way we can keep it. We keep no way, anything, any little thing, we go off. We're breaking the law. We're transgressing. But through Yahushua, it's perfect. But hey, it says that, I believe that's in Habakkuk. The just shall live by faith. We're going to live by believing our faith in Yahushua. Our faith that he can save us. He can deliver us. Oh, I just read that. Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 16, for the leaders of this people caused them to err by saying, hey, you got to keep all the laws. You got to keep them 100%. You can do it. You got to get out there and go ahead. Even though they have shaved heads, bald heads, lined up heads, having sex on the Sabbath, teaching others to have sex on the Sabbath. Hey, you're causing the people to err. It's causing the people to go off. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. So, hey, those that are leading you, if you're led of these men, hey, you're going to be destroyed. And also, many these different like IUIC, a lot of groups that complain, they claim not to know that we don't know the names of the Heavenly Father nor His Son. Which, hey, all you have to do is learn a little Paleo Hebrew, go into these the Strongs. It's easy. There was no J's in Hebrew. You know there's no V's. This is Exodus chapter 6 and verse 2. And the Most High spake unto Moses and said unto him, I am Yahweh, which means he is and he delivers, the existing one. And I appeared unto Abraham, unto Isaac, and unto Jacob by the name of God Almighty, or Allah Shaddai, but by my name Yahweh was I not known to them. Now here we're in Exodus 6 and 3, it says Yahweh, but it has it with a J, E-H-O-V-A, which, hey, if you know the Paleo Hebrew, it's easy. You know there's no J's, so you're pronounced with the no J sound, no J. Is what I'm saying. It will be pronounced with a Yah. And there's no V sounds, no V. So that would be pronounced with a Wah. So let me go into that. That's H3068. Yah-ha-wah. So it's he exists. He to be. But in the old times, in the ancient times, he was known as Allah Shaddai by those other nations, by the heathen nations. A terrible demon-like power. This is Exodus chapter 3 and verse 13. And Moses said unto the Most High, Behold, when I come unto the children of Israel, and shall say unto them, The God of your fathers hath sent me unto you, and they shall say to me, What is his name? What shall I say unto them? And so, Moses is asking, you're sending me to these people, the Israelites. Well, the first thing they're going to ask me is, what's the name of the God that you're sending me to? Or what's the name of the God that you're coming in the name of, I should say. And the Most High said unto Moses, I am that I am. And he said, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, I am have sent me unto you. And that's not to say his name is I am. That's him saying his name. I exist. We say he exists. And the Most High said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of your fathers, the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. So again, let me read that without saying power, because a lot of times when it says God, it can mean Elohim, which means powers, or power, or God, it can mean the Most High, or power, or judge. But a lot of times you just say, to take the place of it rather than just saying God all the time, because that's been so associated with Esau, Edom, and who he put in place of the Most High. The images that he put up, that it's easier to say, to replace the word, to say power, because a judge is a power. The Elohim are powers. Elohim, meaning the angels, a messenger, a judge. I'm sorry, I don't think a messenger, but a ruler. A ruler, a judge, a power. They're powerful beings. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the supreme judge. But this is, again, Exodus 3 and 15. And God said moreover unto Moses, Thus shalt thou say unto the children of Israel, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh, God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, have sent me unto you. This is my name forever, and this is my memorial unto all generations. So again, the Lord's name, when you see it in all caps, it's Yahweh. When you see L-O-R-D in all caps, it's Yahweh. If you see G-O-D in all caps, it's most likely going to be Yahweh. And that's his name. That's his name forever. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's name. The Lord Yahweh, he to be, he exists. Ba, in, meaning in. Hashem, meaning in the name. So Yahweh, Ba Hashem, meaning he exists, he to be, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world inwardly calls Jesus, which is, hey, you see a lot of the men that they call him the names, they'll say that. All these things are done in the name of Yahweh Shai. So when you call in the name of the Lord, you praise the Lord Yahweh, hey, you do it in the name of Yahweh Shai, because hey, Yahweh is not dealing with us at all. Hey, Yahweh is dealing with us through his son Yahweh Shai. Hey, because we went off. He's dealing with Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai is the mediator. We have to go through Yahweh Shai, so we do all things through the name of Yahweh Shai. But the point being, we say this, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai. So when we say when we give thanks, say Tawada Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Thank you, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But the point being is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he's a great king. He sent messengers, he sent prophets, he sent angels before him. You know, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai doesn't have to come down and speak to anybody himself. He's a great king. You know, he has his servants to come do this. He sent his son. And liking this, because Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai has dealt with Israel on some levels, but some of these groups say that Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai wasn't dealing with us at all. We were always dealing with Yahweh Shai. But you see, you can read throughout the scriptures that Yahweh Salakia, Yahweh was dealing with us. Like I just read, you know, I am that I am, or you know, or his name being Yahweh. This is Matthew 21 and verse 33. Hear another parable. There was a certain householder which planted a vineyard and hedged it round about and digged a winepress in it and built a tower and let it out to husbandmen and went into a far country. And this is a parable of Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, a building of Israel. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they might receive the fruits of it. So, this king, let me see here. This householder, you know, he had servants, which would represent the prophets. And when the time of the fruit drew near, he sent his servants to the husbandmen, that they might receive the fruits of it. And the husbandmen took his servants and beat one and killed another and stoned another. So these husbandmen, these people that were working in this household, they slew the servants, which represents the prophets. And again, he sent other servants more than the first, and they did unto them likewise. So they were just killing, representing Israel, killing the prophets, killing the men who came in the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. But the point being that Yahweh sends servants out. You know, he doesn't have to deal directly. He's the head of this company. When you go to when you go to Microsoft or whatever, you're not speaking to the CEO there. You're speaking to a representative. When you go to anywhere, a chain restaurant, and you're not speaking to the owner that owns that business, and you're going to speak to a representative there. When you call a hotline, you're speaking to a representative of that business. So the same thing with Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai. He has representatives out here, his prophets, his men. Matthew 21 and verse 37, but last of all, he sent unto them his son, saying, they will reverence my son. But when the husbandmen saw the son, they said among themselves, This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, and let us seize on his inheritance. And they caught him and cast him out of the vineyard and slew him. So, hey, the same thing with Yahushua. Hey, these wicked scribes and Pharisees, they knew who Yahushua was. They knew that he was the son of Yahweh. They knew that. But because, hey, they wanted their money, their possessions in this world, the rule in this world, and they killed Yahushua out of greed. Verse 40, when the Lord therefore of the vineyard cometh, what will he do unto those husbandmen? So, hey, when that ruler comes, what's he gonna do to all those wicked husbandmen, those wicked people that slew his servants, that didn't listen to them? And the same thing is coming to this in these days. When Yahushua returns on behalf of his father Yahweh, and what's he gonna do? He's gonna bring death. He's gonna bring destruction. This is Exodus 23:20. Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. So let's get this word for angel. This is H4397, Mala'ak. It says, meaning to dispatch as a deputy, a messenger, specifically of God, i.e. an angel, also a prophet, priest, or teacher, an ambassador, angel, king, or messenger. A messenger or representative. So, hey, this messenger, which was Yahushua in the wilderness that went before us when we were in the wilderness being led out of Egypt, this is who went before us. And he, as a representative of Yahweh, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, as a representative of him. So does the king need to be there if he sent his representative to make sure that things to get done? If he sent his angel out there, which the angels don't transgress Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua's commandment, but does the king actually need to be there? No. But does that mean the king is not dealing with them still? It says, behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. And does that mean that the angel that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua sent didn't come in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua? Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way, and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared. Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. So, hey, he has the name Yahweh in him. He has Yahweh's name in him. He's not going to transgress. Anything that you do, any going off, you better not play in front of him, because he's representing me, and I don't play. And the angels, hey, they do exactly whatever Yahweh Bashim Yahushai tells them, they do exactly what they're told. They don't transgress. They do that. They execute his word with joy. So this is Job 4:18. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. So hey, even though the angels they do everything that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai says, they don't transgress. He still charges them with folly. But the point being, they don't transgress, and he still finds fault with them. They do exactly what he wants them to do. This is Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 39 in the NLT. Look now, I myself and he am he. There is no other God but me. I am the one who kills and gives life. I am the one who wounds and heals. No one can be rescued from my powerful hand. So the point being, even though the angels, they carry out the will of the Lord, they kill, they make alive. Hey, these are all through the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai though. So again, Exodus 23 and 21, beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions, for my name is in him. So again, he's coming in the name of Yahweh. He's going to do exactly what he's told. Exactly what he's commanded. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 39 and verse 31. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. And this is speaking of different spirits, but the angels are different spirits. You know, speaking of spirits created for vengeance, but all the angels are like this. They don't transgress the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They're perfect beings. They're not in flesh like this. See, they don't transgress like us. You know, whatever order they're given, they carry it out. The orders we're given, due to this flesh, we can't carry them out. We can try our best, but we're going to fail. This is Luke chapter 1 and verse 68. Blessed be the Lord Yahweh. Blessed be Yahweh, power of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. And how did he do that? He sent his son Yahushai, and hath raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. In the house of his servant David. So Yahushua is that horn of salvation. He raised him up. And he comes from the house of David. He's from the seed of David, from the lineage of David, from that same line. Verse 70, as he spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers, and to remember his holy covenant, and the oath which he sware to our father Abraham, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua remembered the covenant that he made with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and he sent his son to save us, to deliver us. And we're still in captivity, but we're free in the mind. You know, when Yahushua returns, we're going to be free from our enemies, receive new bodies, And we're gonna how do you say it? We're gonna be able to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua without fear of the enemy. You know, here it is, the famine of the word is coming. You know, the Bible, the scriptures are gonna be outlawed. You're no longer gonna be able to speak on the streets. You're not gonna be able to speak freely. The scriptures will be outlawed, like I believe I said. The times that are coming, Jacob's trouble, are going to be terrible, fearful times. You know, where the word isn't going to be found openly, like it is now. But when Yahushua returns, and we're going to be king, we'll be kings and priests, but we're going to be in the kingdom of heaven. We're going to be able to worship how we're meant to. We're going to be able to serve Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua how we're meant to. Luke chapter 1 and verse 74, that he would grant unto us that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him all the days of our life. And once we get those new bodies, and we're going to live forever, death is going to be gone, destroyed. There's not going to be any more death for the Israelites. This is Matthew chapter 17 and verse 5. While he yet spake, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased, hear ye him. And it's speaking of Yahushua. And that bright cloud, hey, would you think Yahushua was just talking to himself? Because, you know, you have a lot of people also that believe that Yahweh and Yahushua are the same being. But how is he speaking to himself? No, this is the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Let it be known that this is my beloved Son, Yahushua. Hear ye him. Like in Deuteronomy 18, hey, I'll raise up a prophet from among you. Listen to him. This is Yahushua. Listen to him. This is John chapter 5 and 19. Then answered Yahushua and said unto them, Verily, verily, I say unto you, the Son can do nothing of himself, but what he seeth the Father do, for what things soever he doeth, these also doeth the Son likewise. For the Father loveth the Son, and showeth him all things that himself doeth, and he will show him greater works than these, that ye may marvel. So hey, Yahweh is showing his Son all kinds of things, showing him different miracles, mercies, all the works that he's done. He's showing him everything, because hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua is the Father of knowledge. He's the Father of everything. He created everything. For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. So hey, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, Yahweh gave his Son Yahushua the ability to do different miracles, to do many things. And Yahweh can raise up people from the dead, and he gave that power to his Son Yahushua. So Yahushua can raise up whoever he wants from the dead. So hey, this is the power that Yahweh gave his Son, showing you that they're not the same being. They're not the same thing. For as the Father raiseth up the dead and quickeneth them, even so the Son quickeneth whom he will. For the Father judgeth no man, but have committed all judgment unto the Son. So everything has been given to the Son. All judgment and everything. So when you see Yahushua appear in his chariot, when he's going to crack the clouds in the last day, hey, he's going to be bringing judgment, because all this was given to him. He's going to be dishing out judgment, dishing out death, and dishing out mercy. John 5:23, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. So you have to honor, you want to honor the Father, you got to honor the Son. You can't go either, you can't honor just the Father, you can't honor just the Son. You got to give honor to them both. And you giving the Father honor, you do that by giving Yahushua honor, by praising him, by bowing down to him. Because here it is, Yahushua did way more than anybody else has done. No person on this earth has done anything like this for Israel to redeem us. And he once again, here, John 5:23, that all men should honor the Son, even as they honor the Father. He that honoreth not the Son, honoreth not the Father, which hath sent him. So again, I sent my messenger before thee. Hear ye him. Honor him. He's my representative. How you going to say you honor me, but you're not honoring the Son? You're not honoring my Son. You're not honoring my beloved Son, whom I'm telling you to hear. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that heareth my word and believeth on him that sent me hath everlasting life, and shall not come into condemnation, but is passed from death unto life. So, if you believe in, let me see, you believe in the words that Yahushua said, you believe on the Father, and you're gonna go, even if you, because there are gonna be some that are martyrs. There's gonna be some that die for Yahushua. Even if you die, you're going straight to the next life. Straight being born in a new body, reincarnated in a new body, just receiving a new body. It's like you never died. Because all these bodies here, these bodies ain't gonna make it to the chariots. These fleshly bodies, these aren't gonna make it in the new world. We're gonna receive new bodies. I'm gonna, because this is I have a lesson I want to do on this later. Lord will, I can get to it. Because one of the last things that we're told about is the MOTB, the mark. You know, this is a major thing. This is the last thing. Don't take this thing. Take it serious. Take this word serious about the MOTB, the micro C-hip, that grain of rice, the brain implants, the brain computer interfaces, whatever things they're calling it. Hey, these things are deadly serious, because this is Yahushua's word. This is the word. This is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Now let's get this word from Mark. This is G5480, charagma, and it says a stamp, an imprinted mark, the mark branded upon horses, a thing carved, a sculpture, or a graven work. But the point being, it's a stamped or imprinted mark. And this is going to be an implant that goes inside you. It'll be in your right hand, your left hand, your forehead, wherever in your body. Because in this coming society, when the great reset happens, you're going to need this to survive in this society. Everything is going to be digital. There's not going to be any more cash. However they do it, however they say, like if there's another demic that happens, and you're not going to be able to use cash because they're gonna whatever they do. They might have it to where the C-19. You got to stand such and such apart. You got to stand at this certain distance apart. You can't make contact with these things because if you touch anything, and you're going to be spreading it or whatever. So something similar like this might happen. And with the MOTB, you get this implant. All you got to do is go into the RFID reader and wave your hand. You don't actually have to touch anything. Convenient. And that's how, you have different things like Deutschmarks, for money. This thing is going to be multi-purpose. But the point being, it's going to be implant. It's going to be an implant. The future is digital. Most of the countries in the world, majority, almost all the countries in the world are either already have a digital currency or are working on one. It's been a while since I looked at it. I think the last time I looked at it was maybe a year ago, maybe a little longer. The different countries around the world, I think there's about 290 something countries. Out of all the countries during that time, I think it was around 80% of the countries either had cryptocurrencies or I forgot what it's called. Central bank CBDCs. Either most of the countries had CBDCs or they were working on one. And this is going to be built around that. It's no more paper currency. It's going to be digital. It's going to be advertised as being secure and multi-purpose. Like it can, cure depression and cure sicknesses, and you can have your ID on it. And you can open doors, and it's the future. This is what it's going to be. It's going to be convenient. And why is it going to be convenient? Because everything is going to be made harder. Everything here is going to be made more difficult. It's going to be more difficult to find places to spend money, to spend cash, because the system. I think that happened here. Like the power went out for a few days. None of the places they could take digital stuff, but the places aren't even set up anymore to take cash. They had to break out the old stuff, but it's getting more and more inconvenient to use cash. It's getting easier and easier to use that tap and pay or whatever, just waving your hand. But again, Slakia, this is G5482 Khoraks, which means a pale, a stake, or palisade, which this is the delivery agent. Most of the biohacking implants, majority of them, they aren't done in medical environments. These are done in tattoo parlors where they take a big syringe, which that Khoraks or pale or palisade or stake is well, look, it's kind of hard to it's just a pointed, you know what, I can do that. It's just like the pointed edge, like this stick. You see how it's got the point on it and all that stuff? Well, kinda. But the point I'm trying to make it like, imagine a sharpened pencil, a syringe. It has that point in it. And the syringe, it's a hollow point. It's got the point and it's hollow. And when the syringe goes in you, it delivers something. And this is going to deliver, which I think these are like 5 millimeter, maybe 3 millimeter. They're kind of big needles, and they deliver that chip in you. But this is that delivery delivery agent, the Khoraks. And I'm going to go further. This is G. As soon as this loads, G1125 Grapho. And it says to write with reference to the form of letters, to delineate letters on a tablet, parchment, paper, or other material, to write with reference to the contents of the writing. So meaning that Khoraks is going to deliver this Grapho. It's going to have information on it. It's going to have all your information, your name, birth date, social, address, whatever information is needed. It's going to have all that on there. And you're not going to be able to survive in this society without this. So again, Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. So, hey, you're not going to be able to make it in this society. You're not going to be able to buy anything. You're not going to be able to sell anything. And what's this, especially here in Babylon the Great? This is the biggest consumer nation. The majority of the things, you don't go to the store anymore. You order everything online. Everything is ordered online. You want to get some shoes? Hey, hop on Amazon, whatever. Order that stuff. Get it sent. Get there in 2 days. You want to get some groceries? Hey, just go online. Order it. Have it sent to your house. You want to get some food, some fast food or whatever? Just order. Hey, they have delivery services. Just do it online. But what's going to happen now? Hey, all the things are going to change. Hey, no more credit cards. It's going to be even more convenient because people can steal your credit card information. People have these different ways to steal that. Now you just swipe your hand. It's encrypted. This and that. Blah, blah, blah. Whatever they're doing, hey, and Babylon the Great here, they're the biggest salesmen. They'll sell you anything, even if it's not good for you. These people, they created, I can't remember, advertisements. There are people that study these things just to advertise things to you, to make you want to get it. Advertising things like specifically towards your demographic. That's why a lot of things that you see, like, if you want to be a musician or what have you, let's say a musician. Hey, you like playing music or whatever, but what's your demographic? Who are you making the music towards? Because you got to figure that out if you want to make money or anything. If you want to do shows or whatever, you got to figure out your demographic. What kind of music you're going to play? A big audience. If you want to have a big, wide audience, you're going to play pop music. Because that's a general type of music that people listen to. But the point being, they're going to advertise this thing. Whatever your needs are, whatever, it's going to solve your problem. This is Revelation chapter 16 and verse 2. And the first went and poured out his vial upon the earth, and there fell a noisome and grievous sore upon the men which had the mark of the beast, and upon them which had worshipped his image. So again, let's get this. This is for noisome, kakos, G2556. Injurious, bad, evil, harm, ill, noisome, a wicked. So he had a wicked sword, a terrible sword. And grievous, G4190, poneros. Says full of labors, bad in nature or bad condition. So they had a terrible. They were in really bad condition that got the MOTB. And get this word for sword, G1668 says helkos, an ulcer, a sore, a wound, especially a wound producing a discharge or pus. So these different things, they're going to get infected. These different implants or whatever, they're going to be infected. They're going to be producing discharge or pus, which Lord willing, I wanted to go into it later in the lesson because I found a few articles that were going into this. Like one of the biggest things, matter of fact, I might have, Lord willing, I did a screenshot. Because I had to go and get a new phone, and most of the stuff I was preparing for the lesson was on the other phone, and I, just going off of memory what I had took screenshots of. Oh, that's pictures. Ah, okay. So I do have it. So, Lord willing, I'll put it up in the art or the new the lesson later. But this is and I can't get the because it's a screenshot, so I don't have the complete article title or the website. But from the article, it says here the hand seems to be the most popular body part to implant these chips because it can easily be positioned closer to a reader. So your hand, they're most likely going to put it in between this region here, right up in there, between the thumb and the index finger, because that's the most convenient spot. But in that spot, it has many different tendons and all kinds of things in there. So as soon as this gets put in, it's impossible to take out. You know, you have to have a surgeon take out. The hand seems to be the most popular body part to implant these chips because it can easily be positioned close to a reader. Currently, implantation is typically not performed in a medical environment. So these implants aren't performed by medical professionals or medical environments. They're performed in tattoo parlors now, for the time being. So, hey, it's not performed by a doctor. So you go to get a doctor to go try to get this done, he might not have the experience for it, or whatever. But hey, by the time you get the implant in you, you get this chip in you, and it's gonna be too late anyway. However, implantation of these devices in humans can result in complications such as infection and tendon attrition, and the relevant safety implications have not been extensively studied. So, hey, they know this, but hey, the devil knows that he has little time. You know, the little time that the devil has, they're not going to worry about the long-term effects of this, because hey, we already seeing the long-term effects of this in the scriptures. You're going to be destroyed. You're going to get grievous sores. You're going to get cancerous sores. You're going to get pus and all kinds of nasty stuff. These things are going to be nasty. And then you're going to be destroyed. So the scriptures you don't need to see a study of the long-term effects of these things, because the scriptures already tell us what's going to happen to everybody that takes these. This is Revelation 14 and verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. So, hey, you take this mark, you're going to get the full wrath. You're not going to get no chaser. It's not going to be watered down. And you're going to get the full destruction, which, hey, this is going to be with the ICBMs, that thermonuclear fire, the day that burneth as an oven, when the elements are melting, when Yahushua returns to the chariots and zapping everybody with them lasers, or zapping everybody that's not of the elect. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. And their smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So, hey, you're not going to receive any rest. Hey, the Lord can leave you here and melt you, destroy you completely. He can have you here burning, which this place ain't going to be burning forever. They're not going to be tormented here literally forever. But it's going to seem like forever to these people that die here. The Lord can leave you here and it's like you here forever, like for a very long time. You know, the Lord can have you in that destruction, have you burning, and your nerves still there, to where you feel every second of it. But I'm gonna close out with this. This is Malachi chapter 3 and verse 16. Then they that feared Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai spake often one to another. So, hey, the men of the Lord that fear Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, hey, they're speaking one to another through these video epistles, through putting up videos, through doing lessons. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and that thought upon his name. So, hey, those people that were exempt, they received a tawah, the mark of exemption, in Ezekiel 9. That he remembers their names, so they're not going to be destroyed in the time to come. And they shall be mine, verse 17, and they shall be mine, saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai of hosts. In that day when I make up my jewels, I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. So they'll be, those elect, they'll be spared. And they're like fine jewels. These men, these elect, that Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is going to be spared, and they're going to be like on the fine gold. They're going to be worth more than the gold of Ophir. They're going to be worth more than any of the people here. Verse 18, then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked. And that's in these times now. Discerning between the righteous and the wicked. Between him that serveth the Most High and him that serveth him not. So in these times, you have to learn and discern who's truly serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Who isn't? Who's serving their own bellies? Who's trying to be saved to get out of here? Versus who wants to build something here? Who wants to be saved from this destruction? From this polluted land? Who's truly serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Who's truly calling on his name? Who truly knows it? Who's not just saying, oh, we'll learn it in the kingdom. Oh, we don't know. So we'll just keep calling on the old names that our slave masters gave us, that they beat us over the head with. But we're not actually calling on those names. No, we're not actually calling on Jesus or anything, because we're imagining a black person. No, who's truly serving Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai? Who's truly calling on his name? Who truly believes? These are the times where you have to make the difference, where you have to see. But hey, Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh, and peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the rest of your elect. Hey, shalom.